Episode 407, I will be recapping tonight's WWE Monday Night RAW, a backstage attack, and a contract signing, and much more right here, right now. 360 Wrestling Fanatic. Hey there, Wrestling Fanatics. It is time for an episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic. I am Lance Brock, your host. Thank you everyone for tuning in tonight right here on Spreaker or whichever website or app you're listening to 360 Wrestling Fanatic on right now. Hope everyone had a great Monday today. Hope your week is off to a great start. As I mentioned in that little preview there, we are here tonight to talk about tonight's episode of WWE Monday Night RAW to start off this week as we head towards a big pro wrestling weekend coming up. And let's get into tonight's Raw. I'm just going to warn you, I know usually my recaps and reviews of shows aren't good anyway. This will probably be worse than my normal ones. And I want to get better at taking notes, but so far I'm still terrible at taking notes. And also must have been my internet signal or whatever it's called tonight. But had a few problems with Sling where there was some buffering issues during the show on USA. Like I said, it could have just been my internet. And WWE Monday Night RAW is live tonight from Hershey, Pennsylvania. Our commentators, Kevin Patrick and Corey Graves. We start off Raw tonight. We see Brock Lesnar attack the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. And to skip ahead a bit, we see Brock Lesnar in the ring later on, and Cody Rhodes confront Brock, and Brock get him in the armbar, the Kimura, I think is what Corey Graves calls it, and breaks the arm of Cody Rhodes. And there is question if actually Brock Lesnar says Cody Rhodes will not be able to compete this Saturday afternoon at Night of Champions. But more on that at the end of this recap of Monday Night RAW. And then in the arena in Hershey, we see the wise man Paul Heyman. And then we see the undisputed Universal Tag Team Champions Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. They will be teaming with the original Bro Matt Riddle in a 6-man tag to take on Imperium later on tonight. Alright, let's get into that in-ring action of Monday Night Raw this week. Bronson Reed defeats Ricochet. Zoe Stark defeated Candice LeRae. The Alpha Academy defeated the Viking Raiders. Finn Balor defeated Shinsuke Nakamura. Raquel Rodriguez defeated Sonya Deville. who had Chelsea Green in her corner. And next up we have the contract signing between Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus for this Saturday at Night of Champions. Earlier in the night, we see a match set up backstage between Dominic Mysterio and Apollo Crews. Dominic defeats Apollo along with his mommy Rhea Ripley. In our main event tonight, the 6-man tag, the undisputed tag team champions Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Matt Riddle defeat Imperium. And then after this match, we see Cody Rhodes in the back, and Triple H comes in to talk to him, and Cody Rhodes keeps insisting that he's alright, but Triple H says that he's just afraid that he's going to try to talk him out of facing Brock Lesnar this Saturday, and Cody says he will fight Brock, and then I guess Triple H just is okay with it now, and then Raw goes off the air. So that was my terrible Raw review for this week, and it's not that Raw was terrible, just my recap of it was. So overall tonight, I thought Raw was, I'd say, a good thumbs in the middle show. There was nothing really bad on tonight's show, but also nothing really great on it either, which has really been the last few weeks. My opinion of Raw, nothing real bad, nothing terrible, but at the same time, also nothing really that great either. And it's funny, there's the new Raw Review podcast on Sunday night's main event, and they have a different hosts each week. Draw Straws, or is it Raw Straws they're calling it, but they have different hosts each week, and they like to call it the worst Raw review on the internet. That's not the case. If they think that's the worst Raw review, they have never heard me review Raw. I'm sure they would agree that me reviewing Raw is way worse, or any wrestling show for that matter. And some news to talk about. I meant to mention this on GMWF this morning, but with my bad memory, I didn't. And that is from the New Japan Pro Wrestling show last night in Long Beach, California, where we saw in the finals in the match for the NJPW Strong Women's Championship, Willow Nightingale defeated Mercedes Moné to become the first ever NJPW Strong Women's Champion, which unfortunately Mercedes Moné suffered an injury where what I have seen so far is that it could have been a broken ankle. And Willow Nightingale winning this one. There are reports that Mercedes was originally supposed to win this match and win the title, but of course with the injury, they had to, I guess you could say, call it in the ring and change the finish on the fly. So, once again, the first ever NJPW Strong Women's Champion, Willow Nightingale. I think that's good to see. Big fan of Willow Nightingale. Her work on AEW and Ring of Honor as of late has been very impressive. I wouldn't be surprised now if sometimes we do see Willow in action. We see her come out with the championship on either AEW or Ring of Honor television. So that is all for this episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic. Thank you everyone for listening tonight. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, as always, you can leave them in the comments section on Spreaker or whichever website or app you listen to on. Or if you have a product or a business that you want to advertise, I'll do that for you right here. I'll try to do a good job and try not to mess up. You can email me 360wrestlingpodcasts@gmail.com. Hopefully we can work something out. Also, I hope to have more new episodes of 360 Wrestling Fanatic coming at you this week, especially coming up this weekend, Big Pro Wrestling Weekend, Impact Wrestling Under Siege, WWE Night Champions, AEW Double or Nothing. I know I have been talking about all three shows as of late, but definitely looking forward to this weekend. We'll be back tomorrow morning for the Tuesday morning episode of Good Morning Wrestling Fans, so be right here to tune in for that. Until then, I am Lance, and I am a wrestling fanatic.